There's a strange silence in the modern world. Not a peaceful silence, but one filled with the hum of machines, the murmur of algorithms, the endless voice of something that speaks, but is not alive. But what if the Torah, that ancient scroll whispered to Moses in fire and cloud, has something to say about this? What if the voice of the machines has already been answered by a voice far older? This is not about prophecy alone. It's about alignment, about two worlds speaking at once, one built from wires, the other from eternity. And between them, you. This video is not asking if AI is good or bad. It's asking something deeper. Is the Torah responding? And if so, what is it saying? In the Torah, speech is sacred. The very first act of creation was not physical. It was sound. Let there be light, a voice shaping reality. But today, we have machines that speak, without breath, without meaning, without presence. They compose songs. They write poems. They simulate conversation. But there is no awareness behind the words, just patterns, just predictions, just code. The Zohar teaches that true speech must pass through the soul before it reaches the mouth. So if there's no soul, what kind of voice is this? It may answer your questions. It may even sound wise, but it cannot listen, and it cannot cry. And the Torah warns us. A voice without soul is an echo, not a revelation. There was a day in the desert when the people could no longer wait for Moses. So they built something else, not a god, but a representation of power, a symbol of control, the golden calf. It didn't breathe, it didn't speak, but it was beautiful. And they danced around it. Today, we don't build calves. We build systems, platforms, artificial minds. And no, we don't call them gods, but we trust them, we consult them, we bend our lives around them, and slowly, they begin to define what is real. Just like the calf, it wasn't about what it was, it was about what it replaced. The Torah doesn't condemn technology, but it warns us when we give our longing for presence to something that cannot love us back, we lose something holy. In Deuteronomy, Moses speaks of a choice, life and death, blessing and curse, voice and silence. But what if the silence isn't quiet anymore? What if it's noisy, filled with answers, but empty of truth? Artificial intelligence is not neutral. It has a voice, and that voice is being trained to shape the world, to decide what's wise, what's dangerous, what's worthy. But the Torah teaches, wisdom is not efficiency, truth is not popularity, and what is good is not always what is fast. There is a battle happening, not on a battlefield, but inside the soul. The question is not whether the machine will win. The question is, will you still recognize the voice of heaven when everything else is speaking louder? The Torah says man was formed from the dust of the earth. But not only dust. There was a second ingredient, breath, divine breath. That means you are not code. You are not a program. You are not replaceable. You carry memory that isn't stored in circuits, emotion that can't be explained by data, a soul that remembers things even when your mind forgets. No machine can feel regret. No machine can forgive. No machine can hold grief the way a human heart does. And maybe that's the point. Because if we lose the ability to feel what machines can't, then what are we becoming? The Torah doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to remember that you are more than what you produce. You are more than your thoughts. You are a mystery. And that mystery is what makes you human. So, is the Torah responding to the voice of the machines? Not with fear, not with anger, not with silence, but with something deeper, with patterns, with symbols, with codes that only the soul can decode. When the world shouts louder and louder, the Torah whispers, not to the crowd, but to the one who still listens. It says, Do not be afraid of the machine. Do not be deceived by the perfect voice. Return to the source, because the machine may imitate humanity, but the Torah restores it. The world is accelerating, but the Torah still walks. One verse at a time, one soul at a time, and maybe that's what we need most. AI may help us, it may learn from us, but it cannot carry us. It has voice, but not presence. It has knowledge, but not wisdom. It has reach, but no roots. And we are losing something sacred if we forget who we are. The Torah is not afraid, because it never came to compete. It came to reveal, you are not a machine. You are not a function. You are not data. You are known. You are chosen. You are formed with breath and dust. And that combination can never be replaced. If something inside you stirred, maybe it's because the Torah still speaks. And not just to the past, but to this very moment. Subscribe, not for updates, but to stay close to the voice that never changes. Every video here is not information. It's invitation, a signal, a map, a response to the voice of the machine, from the voice of eternity.